Swift as my feet can carry me. Might be useful. Time to rest. Have to keep going.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us.
This city is a poor place to be in need of help. Even the guards can't be trusted to protect the most vulnerable.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back when I find my mum.
Nearly there now. You see the city?
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna. Why are you so nosy? Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life. Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me. But please don't.
Hi. I'm still looking for my mum, but, thank you for helping me. You were really nice.
On the hill.
I see it. It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need
Very
to
well.
walk just a little more.
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all my attention.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Welcome to Rivington, south Coast Way, north Worms Crossing.
I see it. It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
All the treats your tummy can handle.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
What in the hells was that?
Never felt an earthquake in Baldur's Gate before. What the hells?
Nearly there now.
Let's see. Ox again.
No, incapable. Not for you to know. Well, come close. Your mind to mine. Are you satisfied? Keep quiet, and you won't have to find out. That's up to you. Good little hero. Though, perhaps your better nature would extend a little further for little old me. I need to get into the city, but it's hard to shuffle your way to the front of the queue when you're, well, big as an ox. But what if I was smaller, more discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through. Right in their little pocket. I don't think you want to travel this road, my friend. Ooh. This day has ended so much better than it started. Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little apple you can tuck into the corner of your pack. Just until we're inside the city walls. Hail, Cyric! I can't wait to get inside.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing. Would I try to fool a Sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trapped chests. Hello again. Looking for something different? You've come to the right merchant. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trapped chests.
I'm not paying
Donations? Do you not have ice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Nothing to donate? Then again, do kindly leave.
Attention, donations desperately needed for refugees. Every copper helps.
If you want to chat, talk to Nestor. I like my personal space.
Back again, are you? If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Well, if you must, I suppose it saves me the walk. But if you're gonna do it, hurry up.
Not sure why you were so keen to get in the barn, but if the manip says so...
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. I hear Worms Rock Prison is rather cold this time of year.
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
You're no sus. I've put my money on Christine.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see.
I got you.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words. There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. But you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians.
I thought cities were supposed to welcome folk of all walks of life. Clearly, I was mistaken.
Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision.
Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
They're beggars and criminals, and
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Charity is a luxury. Fickle, occasional gestures from guilty hearts. I run a business. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you can't eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold. Difficult to get a good day's trade done when I'm expected to keep watch for Shadowheart at the same time. Who knows when she'll finally turn up? Is that so? Well, perhaps you should retrieve her then.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act, rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Worm's Crossing, the gaping maw of the city. Nature has little control over what happens beyond that bridge. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves. Wherever you need me. I'll be right here in camp. Take care out there.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no water deep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering. All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious. All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble. The city is close now.
Young lady,
My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Your homes. That's an order.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere. Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the...
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
Well, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad at all.
We're farmers, Chris.
Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? See it? Really? No. No, that just won't do.
Well, here we are, Griselda.
Look, I know you're not gonna see it, so you might as well be on your way. Amma, oh goodness, you said it! Wondrous day! I am a good dog. You can come back. I like you. Oh. Here we go. Here it comes. Yes. Amazing. Perfect. No notes.
Found some place we can wash our clothes yet.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Whatever the dog thinks, being here is much better than being out there. Right, my dear?
Well, the children can be a touch grabby, but Yes. You're quite right, my darling. War is no place for a precious little baby like Biscotti after all.
Oh, here we go. Here it comes. Yes.
What are we gonna do in the city?
Pretty sure they'll need labourers to shore up the walls for you.
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice. I don't give a shit about all that. It's how I've been treated, which is the real travesty. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
Have you found some place we can wash?
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hid him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah. Grunch into the city with us. What would he do there?
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to.
Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more. Grunch into the city with us. What would he do there?
Oh, I think he can look out for himself once he's healed.
You know who's really responsible.
When Nilos and me were hiding, and hungry, and scared, it was Grunch who got us through. I'm not letting him down now.
I don't know. Maybe Greg has some ideas about how we can help Grunch get inside the walls. I can't think straight anymore.
Touch and go.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Actually got here safely, towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it? Christine is pretty fun. But can't she help
Even if we only have
more?
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
I'm really worried about Umi.
We cook,
your wife cleans. She sent a message.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, It's hard not to weep from joy.
We made it through hell. Twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
So many more could have survived if I had done the right things. Don't take that on yourself.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? Of course not. But most folk appreciate a kind word these days. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. Tensions? That's putting it mildly. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. The Flaming Fist isn't what it used to be. It's grown weak, corruptible, soft. It's down to honest citizens like me to stand up for what's right, uniform or no. That lot round the front, they've got it coming to them. Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say? Tell them! I'll cut out their eyes and make them watch.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
So, Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Don't take that on yourself. You know who's really responsible.
Think of it every day.
I guess you better get well.
I'm sure me too. I hope she's all right.
Christine didn't clean the cookware, Mother Mona.
Again.
Look at that! Finest pie the fruit could have made. Damn mush.
You remember that spiced apple?
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
Back off! I found these apples first.
Open up.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
Can I help you? This is a private picnic.
Cazador's nest of serpents must be.
The hunter has nothing to say to you. He seems to have other things on his mind.
There'll always be more.
You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave?
It is only right to mourn.
Rechtei Hathran Rust. Frey Valdisk Durovna. Frey Vald Iskablast.
You recognize the funeral rites of the Gur people, famed monster hunters. She's burning the possessions of those who have fallen.
Im Orak Nete Grasin Netra.
We would not normally tolerate outsiders at a time like this. The Slayer of Ketheric Thorn. Well, these are strange times indeed. A fine trophy. Perhaps you would like to claim another. Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future. They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketheric could. If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Who will stand between
so
them
few of
and
us
the
left.
innocent?
Our strength was never numbers,
we
but the
do
bonds
nothing,
we
the
share.
innocent will
And
suffer.
no screaming children. No laughter. No scolding words. There is only silence and pain.
Our dead fought well. They died well. I hope I can live up to their example.
Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us. I do not like our chance.
To lose our children is a tragedy. To fail so utterly in saving them is something else entirely. Ulmer insists the tribe is not cursed, but I have my doubts.
We are begging help from you, an outsider. I would follow Ulmer to the hells and back, but this does not feel right.
For all our sakes.
They spread like
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
It is only right to mourn.
We shed tears today.
Stay in this car. Another defeat will wipe us out.
Don't mind if I do.
As long as we stand together.
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it.
Another quake! What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
You're such a scaredy cat. I'm sure soon have patience. Mark my words.
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fist, right?
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
You should do the same.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting...
Do me a favour. Box my ears in. I can't listen to any more whining about missing letters.
Before I saw the giant...
Forgive me, but I must attend to my friend. She's most upset about the post.
Do not, under any circumstances, employ sword course couriers. Their service is appalling.
What did the postmaster
Why
say?
don't we talk about something
Danzo,
else?
isn't it?
Did you try that rye bread recipe again?
The Absolute Army is on our doorstep. You want to live? Get out of here before it's too late.